Umbonabo is releasing maybe 6 movies in a week.
I tell you.
And it's not like the quality is not bad though. But as compared to the standard you see with the South African movies, okay, and everything that are classes. So if you're talking about these our SA brothers, of course, in terms of the technology, they are a bit advanced than what our Nigerian brothers have. But our Nigerian brothers are not doing bad at all.
Let's move on to another one. South Africa is ahead of Nigeria in filmmaking, and this is coming from Pere. He is one of Biggie's sons, and he also happened to be an actor and a filmmaker now. He has ruffled feathers after sharing his opinion about South African films, stating that they are ahead of Nollywood. Now, he took to Twitter and stated that Nollywood ought to collaborate with their South African counterpart. And this is what he said. No offense to my Nollywood colleagues, but you see South Africa, they are ahead of us. When it comes to film production, storytelling, filmmaking, work ethics, name it, they are ahead. We need to collaborate. So this particular post actually spread like wildfire. People were reacting to it on social media, online. Some were agreeing with him and others were slamming his stance. And shortly after, the discussions have been going online about filmmaking in both countries when you take Nigeria and South Africa. Now, note that these two countries are very big names when it comes to African cinema or African film. They've been doing so well. The last time, let me go straight to Wolley now, because he has been monitoring the South African movie space for a while now, and I don't know if he also buys the notion that South African film industry is really ahead of Nollywood. You
see, this conversation is like a two-way sword. So in terms of creating a lot, Nigeria creates a lot.
When it comes to the quantity, right?
The quantity. Yes. They create a lot.
They have lots of production going on.
A lot of production going on. But the South Africans don't have a lot. A lot is, I think that's even a
comparing it to the
Nigeria, exactly. Comparing it to Nigeria, they don't have the numbers our Nigerian brothers are producing. But whenever a South African production comes out, you notice it's top notch.
Yeah.
Do you know there are people in Africa who still think South Africa is even a Western land?
Oh, of course.
Yes, because it's dominated by.
It snows there too. Don't forget, it snows there too.
Well, it snows in Lesotho too. So
yeah, I'm just saying it snows there a bit. So there are things that they are advanced ahead of we in the western part of Africa. Those in the southern part have a lot of advanced stuff. So I'm sure there are cameras that are in South Africa that it's not yet in Nigeria. It's just normal how things have been made. Looking at someone like Pere, Pere the general himself, he's been he lived all his life in the United States. He's been in the army and all of those things. So such a person, he's seen life over there. He's tried shooting with Hollywood for some time.
Yeah.
He's shot with Hollywood. He's come to Nigeria to shoot with Nollywood too. So if such a person is saying that, he has a stance. But from where I sit and how I see stuff, I see it from Egbi. There is a lot of multitude in Nigeria. So probably if a year Nigerians produced 1,000 movies, out of the 1,000 movies, we'd have probably 150, which is top notch. And we have the remaining percentage, which is also the YouTubers, the Morris Sams and the rest. Those people, the Humber France Rice and Stew. You have all of them also producing their own. But if you go to South Africa, there is Fatal Seduction.
Oh, Jesus.
That movie, look at even the buildings they are using to shoot the movies. Look at the kind of cars they are using over there. The environment alone, it should tell you.
The
cinematography, the color grading and all of that. It should tell you, these people know what they're about. And for the Nigerians to, in a week, Ucho Umbonabo is releasing maybe 6 movies in a week.
I tell you.
And it's not like the quality is not bad though. But as compared to the standard you see with the South African movies, okay, in everything that are classes. So if you're talking about this, our SA brothers, of course, in terms of the technology, they are a bit advanced than what our Nigerian brothers have. But our Nigerian brothers are not doing bad at all.
I also feel they have better stories.
The stories, it's relative.
Well, it's
relative because To Kill a Monkey is a beautiful story. It's not a bad story.
You always have to pick just
so
one.
Again, it boils to there's movie like Blood Sisters, not a bad story. A Nigerian movie.
They are just feeding off from the old.
But it's still a Nigerian story. It's not.
How many years was Black Sisters released though?
Probably in the early 2000s.
Teacher Ima, your thoughts on this one? Do you think there are some weaknesses in the Nollywood industry as compared to the South African, making Pere say what he's saying?
I agree with him totally because as Wolley said, this man knows whatever he's talking about. But one thing I want to put on the table is that let's do the comparison between Nigeria and South Africa based on the amount of resources that South Africa is bringing on board.
Okay.
I think South Africa is one of the leading economies in Africa, no doubt about that. In every aspect is South Africa leading because they have most of the Dutch or the white people doing investments over there in every aspect of their economy and relatively even into entertainment and movies making as well. As Wolley rightly said, in Nigeria is about the volumes. Let's produce it in volumes, availability, because we have a lot of people who call themselves actors and actresses, so we should make use of them. So they can produce about 29,000 movies in a year. But South Africa, how many movies are they producing within that single year? And let us ask ourselves, how many of these Nigerian movies are able to make it to the box office, and how many of these South African movies are able to also make it to the box office? It is because South Africa, when they produce movies, they go deep culturally. They go deep culturally. Most of these Nigerian movies mostly are glamour movies that the whites have seen over and over. Glamour, they have the best of glamour movies, but they want to see movies that are depicting the culture of African people, where they want to learn something, where universities can use movies as a case study for their learners.
Thank you.
I hope you understand. So it will always make South Africa ahead of Nigeria in terms of making movies. So you are making movies on let's say you are doing mass production and somebody is doing a vintage vehicle. You are doing Bebre. It's not about any brain, it's about the quality of the thing that you are doing. And this is a situation that we are talking about. So I agree with Daman, but as Wolley said, Nigeria is even doing better than Ghana. Until I say, I'm Fuchini, BDD.
But this one, they allow us. We know that we are.
We are not part of this.
Please don't mention Ghana. We beg.
Ghana is
this one day. Ghana is not part of the conversation. Please.
When you are looking at rich cultural heritage, Nigeria should have been able to produce movies that depict very rich cultural heritage than South Africans. Because South Africa has most of their culture diluted by the whites, but still they are able to dig deep into their archives. Even they use their native language, Zulu, in their movies.
Oh, sir.
You see that thing? How many Nigerian movies, English, they are speaking the Queen, blah blah blah. Everybody wants to speak good English, but the best of English is spoken abroad, and they have those movies. So what they are using, the edge that South African movie industry they are having over the Nigerians is the ability to use the cultural team so well that the whites are able to appreciate even a movie that tells the original cultural heritage of Africa over the mass movie production by Nigeria. So that is what I think.
Do you have anything to?
All right. I think he was making point on the film production, storytelling, filmmaking, work ethics. But overall, we need to collaborate. So collaboration
is a key.
It's very necessary. Recently now, the actors from Ghana, they do collaborate with Nigeria, Too Sweet Anan, and then
James Gardner. I think one Netflix movie that is making trends now has James Gardner in The Devil is a Liar. Inse and David James Gardner.
Yeah,
so
collaboration is not bad.
Yeah.
So this is what he's saying apparently. So I don't see the hula baloo in this story.
I think that's what we have to do. I think what Kunle Afolayan also made mention of collaboration.
I think Pere himself, the movie he produced in 2023, he had one South African lady in the movie. He produced a movie a year ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
It went to cinemas, now it's on YouTube.
But it's not common for South Africans to collaborate with Ghana and Nigeria. It's not that common.
No, they collaborate with Nigerians the most.
I think they do
Ghana
more.
in the conversation.
Ghana, yeah, please.
Ghana, spoiling the conversation. Don't ask Ghana.
In Ghana, our movie industry, we have Ghallywood and what? Kumawood. Just look at it.
No, for Ghana, I don't want to even talk about it right now. Now they are restricting.
People should leave Ghana.
Yeah, they are now restricting. So let's just leave it at where it is.
So now the race is between South Africa and Nigeria.
Of course. No, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. When you're talking about entertainment in Africa, it is Nigeria and South Africa that are holding it.
Even in terms of music.
In terms of music, what are you doing?
You guys are not being fair. You guys are not being fair. You cannot say just got a Nigeria and South Africa.
Let me tell you this.
They are not being fair.
The moment we start saying, we add Ghana, it sounds like we are masturbating. Sorry to use that word. Because we are just trying to find pleasure.
Yes. We are not trying to find pleasure.
We are finding a way. Either Kinata Kanas and also the Padibina. Oko worry and adi no ko police station was one church statement na padi no obi send nti chose why then what the phone if you say wonunum
I'll ask Kofi Karata if he did it.
So such if you tell us, it's like we are just tackling ourselves to laugh when we know realistically this thing is the machinery is broken and now there's a new whatever that they are trying to reset that place. So let's just leave it. When it starts picking up, we'll talk about it. But as now, where it is, let's give it that respect. Let's not try and drag it into conversation. And at the end of the day, in the comment section, our Nigerian brothers will laugh at us again and drag us all over.
It is difficult to take Ghana out of this conversation.
Yes, no, but we have to.
Very difficult.
You see, the Kumawood are fighting with the Ghallywood.
See,
right now, they are doing their own
You can't come to Accra.
No, let me give you an example. You see, the Nigerians, they also have Yoruba, they have Igbo. Their industries are doing well on their own.
Yes, but you don't hear them fighting.
They have their houses as well.
Hey, sorry, I forgot. That's why they make Wazobia. That's why they make Wazobia. Those people are doing well on their own.
Thank you.
They are not even worried about what the Morrisons, the Netflix people, the
Leonard,
the rest they don't care. No. They don't care about that.
They are doing stars in their
corner. Bami, Bami.
It's okay. It's okay if I follow you.
But see, our very own Lewin is fighting with this man, offending cry. Ejeko and Kwekumenu is. You understand? So it's so attractive. You see, we cannot talk about South Africa, Nigeria, and then you leave.
Ghana should have been ahead of all of these.
We started this thing. We started this thing. Now we are here talking about.
Ghana started, and we were the origin, and we were. Everything is in the past. Everything.
So we are talking about these two people. We are giving them hype, and then
of course
we are out.
You know, one thing that made me laugh South Africa was Samini's video that he shot with
what was
I forgot something. Wow, that video.
His name is Chana.
Yes,
Chana. That's the name of the song.
Wow, I was very happy.
Rich heritage.
The concept, the pictures.
It's Chana. The song is Chana.
Wow, on top. So I said, no, these South Africans.
They are doing very well. They are doing very well. So let us know what you also saying.
So why should Samini leave Ghana and go and shoot?
He should. He can go and shoot, but he should stay here
in Ghana.
But he can. There are some nice sceneries in.
They are serious.
Such sceneries
promoting their heritage,
you can even
their culture.
Get such in the north.
Ashanti region also. The Ashanti culture. I don't know what to even term as.
I think it's Akans, even in general.
They are serious.
But the Ashantis are very serious when it comes to
serious. They are kinship, they are whatever they are.
Rich culture.
I think they're not.
Today they are mourning the death
They're not necessarily. They are fighting. They are fighting.
Look at how they've made the mourning.
But just a small section of the north that is fighting. Boko. The north is big, so
that's something they are serious.
So let us know what you make of it. Let's share your thoughts with us in the comment section.